Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 9 problem of this month on Leetcode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 3439, reschedule meetings for maximum free time 1. Let's read the problem statement now. You are given an integer event time denoting the duration of an event where the event occurs from time t is equal to 0 to t is equal to event time. Okay, so here see this example number 1, event time is 5, so that means that 0 to 5. Okay, you are also given two integer arrays, start time and end time, each of length n. Okay, so here length n is equal to 2, here also length 2. Okay, each of length n, these represent the start and end time of n non-overlapping meetings. Okay, so two overlapping non-overlapping meetings. Okay, so this is nothing but the time of two non-overlapping meetings. Okay, let's say meeting A and meeting B, right, where the ith meeting occurs during the time start time of I and end time of I. Okay, so 1 to 2 and then next is 3 to 5. You can reschedule at most k meetings by moving their start time while maintaining the same duration to maximize the longest continuous period of free time during the event. Okay, so at most k meetings we can reschedule. Okay, at most k, right? The relative order of all the meetings should stay the same and they should remain non-overlapping. Okay, so here green comes then yellow, so this order should be maintained. Okay, even if I'm changing, let's say, the position of this to here. Okay, like 3 to 5, now let's say it becomes 2 to 4. Okay, right, I can reschedule at most one. Okay, so let's say I reschedule this one, but order should be maintained, first green then yellow. Okay, and I have to make sure that they should remain non-overlapping only. Okay, we have to return the maximum amount of free time possible after rearranging the meetings. Note that the meetings cannot be rescheduled to a time outside the event. Okay, so I can't reschedule this meeting, let's say meeting B, to some time outside this, okay, event. Let's say something from 6 to 8. I can't do that. Okay, that is not good. Okay, all right, so now see this example number 1. Okay, so here event time 5, so means 0 to 5, k is equal to 1, so that simply means that only one meeting I can reschedule, and start time of meeting A is 1 and end time is 2. Okay, so 1 to 2, so let's say this is meeting A, done, and 3 to 5 meeting B. Okay, done. All right, so this is done, so output is 2. Okay, so now here there is one case that I can do here. See this meeting B is at extreme, okay, extreme endpoint 3 to 5. Okay, there is no time interval after that, so I can do one thing, I can pick this meeting. Okay, 1 to 2, I can place this meeting here in this position. Okay, so if I place it here, then I have this meeting A here and here I have B meeting. Okay, now if you see, I have free time here. Okay, so I need the longest continuous free time interval, right? So 0 to time 2 means 2, right? So reschedule the meeting at 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's what I'm doing here, leaving no meetings during the time 0 to 2. Okay, so total time is 2 minus 0, here 2, so that is my output. Okay, so we have to return the maximum amount of free time possible after rearranging the meetings. Okay, and we can do at most one reschedule. Okay, here in this example number 1. Okay, clear? Right, now see this example number 2, event time 10, so that simply means 0 to 10, k is equal to 1. Okay, at most 1, so start time 0 to 1. Okay, so let's say meeting A, 2 to 4 meeting B, 9 to 10, let's say meeting C. Okay, so at most 1, so this meeting A is also at extreme. Okay, this 9 10 is also at extreme, so it's my choice, I can place this here or I can place this here. Okay, so let's say if I place this 2 to 4 here at this 1 3. Okay, I have to keep the duration same, so 4 to 2 duration is 2, right? Let's say 2 is given as days, or uh, two integers. Okay, here I don't think it's given any duration like hours or days, so you can say anything like 2 hours, let's say. So here 2 to 4, so 2 hours. So here 1 to 3, also 2 hours. Okay, so let's say I place here. So now if you see this duration 3 to 9. Okay, so 3 to 9, so that simply means 9 minus 3, 6. Okay, so output is 6. Okay, we need max time, max free time. Okay, that's what we need to do, right? Okay, now see this example number 3. Event time is 5, k is equal to 2. Okay, start time 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. Okay, so we can't reschedule any meeting. Okay, so there is no free time right now, right? 0 to 5 everything is occupied, so output is 0. Okay, there is no time during the event. Okay, not occupied by the meetings, right? So now let's understand how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so here let's take this example. Okay, some big example. So event time is 25, so 0 to 25. Okay, k is equal to 2 meetings I can reschedule. Okay, start times, so 2 to 6, 2 to 4, okay, 6 to 8, 10 to 11, 13 to 16, and 18 to 20. Okay, done. So this is, let's say, meeting 0, meeting 1, meeting 2, meeting 3, meeting 4. Okay, this g0 is nothing but the gap. Okay, so 0 to 2 is the value of g0, 4 to 6 is value of g1, let's say. 8 to 10, this value g2. Okay, so gaps. All right, and here for this output is 9. Okay, so let's see how we are going to get this output 9. Okay, how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so here we can reschedule at most 2 meetings. Okay, so let's say if I reschedule this one. Okay, and let's say if I reschedule this one. Okay, so now what is going to happen if I reschedule this and this? Okay, so here I can shift this meeting to the left side or the right side. Okay, these are the only possibilities, right? Okay, so here if you see in this interval, okay, I am only shifting m1. Okay, so we have g1, gap g1, we have gap g2, and we have meeting here, meeting m1. Okay, so even if I am moving this meeting one, okay, right now gap is g1 and g2. Okay, these two are the gaps, right? G1 and g2. We have to return the max gap. Okay, so let's say if I merge this m1 with m0. Okay, so my m1 is going to reach here. Okay, let's say m1 reaches here, and now in this gap I will have g1 plus g2. Okay, so this is the gap that I'm going to get, g1 plus g2. Okay, this is the thing that I'm going to get. Okay, so here same, if for m3 I do the same thing. Let's say I merge this m3 with let's say I place m3 here. Okay, m3 here, then in this place there will be gap. Okay, and that gap value will be g3 plus this g4, right? g3 plus g4. Now in this problem statement, what we need to return, we need to return the max time. Okay, maximum amount of free time possible after rearranging. It's not the combination of the free time, it's just the max free time. Okay, so g1 plus g2 or g3 plus g4. Okay, among them what is max. Okay, this is what we need to do, right? But here if you see, this g1 and g2 is going to be very small, right? Here if you see this g1, 6 to 4. Okay, the gap is 2, right? And here also gap is 2, right? And here uh 11 to 13, a gap g3 is also 2, and here 16 to 18. Nice, here also gap is 2. Okay, 620, let's say g. Okay, so here 4 and here 4, and at other places you see here there is some big gap. Okay, so here 5. Okay, so still you are returning 5. Okay, not 9. Okay, if you see here g5 is 25 minus 20, so 5. Okay, until here only gap, right? And here g3 g4 you are combining. Okay, let's after reschedule, so you are going to get 4 only. Okay, so 11 to 30, 11 to 13. Okay, 2 only, right? Okay, so yeah, you are getting 2 only. Here also this is also 2. Okay, so now here see, this is one way, right? So in this case what I'm doing, I am rescheduling the meetings which are not adjacent to each other. Okay, so in that case I'm getting this. But now here think about this, think about this. Okay, so if you see here in this case, just for this meeting m1, g1 and g2 is getting impacted also, right? We are impacting this free time, we are impacting this free time for this particular meeting. Okay, if I'm rescheduling, right, this meeting to left or right side. Okay, so now instead of rescheduling the meetings which are not adjacent to each other, let's reschedule the meetings which are adjacent to each other. Okay, so instead of m1 and m3, let's do for m1 and m2. Let's see what will happen. Okay, if I'm doing for m1 and m2. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so here now let me just remove these changes. Okay, this is done. Now let's see for meeting m1 and m2 what will happen. Okay, so now here if you see, in this total space we have g1 plus m1 plus m2 plus this g2 plus this g3. Okay, so m1 and m2, let's say I'm going to combine them here. Okay, uh, m1, let's say here I place m1. Okay, here I place m1. Okay, size is 2 now, and m2, let's say I place here. So this is going to be my free space. Okay, so g1 plus g2 plus g3 is going to be my free space. Okay, g1 plus g2 plus g3, it is going to give me my free space. Okay, so g1 plus g2 plus g3, what is the value that I'm going to get here? G1 is 2, g2 is also 2, g3 is also 2, so I'm getting 6. So this 6 is much better answer than the previous one in which I was just getting 4. Okay, so from here I conclude that if I just move the adjacent meetings always, right, then I will get the max free time. Okay, so here m1 and m2 I merge, then I'm getting g1, g2 and g3. Okay, I'm getting this much space. Okay, if I'm moving adjacent ones, right? So from here I conclude this part. Okay, clear? Now here this is the same thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so first I am going to check these two adjacent meetings. Okay, then after that I'm going to check these two adjacent meetings, then after that I'm going to check these two adjacent meetings, then after that I'm going to check these two adjacent meetings. Okay, k is equal to 2, right? Okay, done here. So I hope that this is clear that we need to take adjacent meetings. Okay, all right, so now how I'm going to solve this? Okay, so here first you have to start from here only, right? First you have to take these two meetings. Okay, in this range you have to take these two meetings. Okay, so what is this ending point? What is this ending point? So here m1, I can say that my I, okay, which is showing nothing but the ending point. Okay, the ending point of the current meeting number. Okay, 1. So I can say is nothing but k minus 1. Okay, I is equal to k minus 1, right? I can say that k is nothing but 2, so 2 minus 1, 1, so 1 I'm getting, and 1 is nothing but this meeting 1. Okay, right, meeting 1. Okay, so first this. Okay, then I want my I to check for this one. Okay, for this one means this one, then I want my I to check for this one means this part, then I want my I to check for this meeting, and for that simply means this part. Okay, two meetings, so there's one window that I'm taking. Okay, two meetings, so this is nothing but the minimum. Okay, from where I need to start iterating my I. Okay, k minus 1. So if I take my I as k minus 1 in the starting, that simply means that in this particular group I'm taking at least two meetings. Okay, so k minus 1 is 1, so m1, so m0 and m1. Okay, these two are coming up. Okay, so now in this range, okay, in this range, this for two meetings, three gaps are there: g0, g1 and g2. Okay, for these two, these three gaps will be impacted, right? Okay, if you notice here, I'm taking until here I'm taking two meetings, right? So this is one free gap, this is one free gap, and this is one free gap. So how you are going to calculate that? Okay, so there is one way that you can do is calculate the prefix sum. Okay, so prefix sum, by prefix sum what I mean, so here I will calculate the durations. Okay, prefix duration. So prefix duration on the start of this meeting. Okay, there is no meeting before this, so I can say 0. Okay, before start of this meeting, what is the prefix duration? How many meetings durations are there? So only one meeting occurred in the past, so that time interval is just 2. Okay, this meeting. Now on start of this meeting 2, how many comes previously, how many meeting durations are there? So 2 to 4 and 6 to 8, 2. Okay, so 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, right? Clear? Then on start of this M3, what is the duration of the previous meetings? M0 plus M1 plus M2. So I can say here this is nothing but 2, 4 and 5. Okay, 5. Right? Same thing here. So previous was 5 and this one is 13 to 16. Okay, 16 minus 13, 3. Right? So 8. Okay, clear? Right? So here if you see 16 minus 13 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now here one more. So one more means here until M0, M1, M2, M3 and M2, M4 until here. Okay, so 8 plus this 18 to 22, 10. Okay, so 10. So this is nothing but my prefix duration. Okay, prefix duration I'm calculating. Now how it is helpful, let's see that. So this is one thing that I have to do. So here this 0, this 1 means before starting of meeting 1 what was the duration, before starting of meeting 2 what was the duration in the past, before starting of 3, before starting of 4, before starting of 5. Okay, so this is extra. Okay, we have only 4 meetings. Okay, so this is extra length. Okay, we have only these 5 meetings, right? So n value is not, but here if you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so n value is 5, right? But here if you see its length is n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means 6. Okay, so here n is 5. So we are going to create one prefix duration. Okay, we are going to compute the prefix sum of the duration of meetings of length n plus 1. Okay, so 5 shows 4 until now, until here 0 to 4. Okay, what was the total? Okay, so now how this is helpful, this is nothing but the prefix duration array. Okay, all right. So now here you need to calculate. Okay, so here what you need to do, so here this is one endpoint. Okay, this is one endpoint. Okay, so in this what is the total total length? Okay, 10 minus 0. So you can say here right is at 10. Okay, so how you are going to do that actually, how you are going to do that? So this 10, so meeting 2. Okay, so your I is here. Okay, your I is here. Okay, I value I told you that in the starting we are going to start with k minus 1. Why k minus 1? Because it is going to take meeting until 1. Okay, 0 and 1, two meetings we need. So meeting 0, meeting 1. So that's why until here. Okay, so now next time my I plus 1 value is here. Okay, I plus 1 value shows meeting 2. Okay, if my I value shows this meeting m1, then I plus 1 shows my meeting m2. So what is the starting point of this m2? Starting point of this m2 is nothing but 10. Okay, so that's how I'm going to get this endpoint. Okay, starting point of m2, that is nothing but my 10. Okay, let's say right, minus the beginning. Okay, the beginning of this one. Okay, so beginning of this one, how I'm going to get, okay, my left. So I can say now that this is my meeting m0 and this is my meeting m1. Okay, so before that, okay, so I can take this, I can check this, I can check this. Okay, so m0's starting point, m0 starting point. Okay, so here start time, right? So I'm talking about the this uh this window. Okay, this window. So this right, if you see, we can simply take the m2 starting point. Okay, right value, this start point. Okay, so left value, how you are going to take? So right now it we are starting from 0 only, right? 0 only, so you can simply pick this. Okay, just check your if I value is equal to k minus 1, so we have to take 0 only, right? So here let's say left is 0. Okay, 10 minus 0. Now in this window we have to remove this space occupied by the meetings. Okay, duration will remain same. So now here how this is going to help me? Okay, total meeting duration. So that is very simple now, total meetings duration. So total meetings duration is nothing but meetings before this. Okay, so and before m2 what was the total time interval? Okay, before this m2. Okay, so what was that? 4. Okay, this is nothing but 4. Okay, before m2 what was the total time interval? 4. In this 4 I have to subtract the time intervals before this meeting m0. Okay, so before that there were no meetings. Okay, so here at, if you see at 0 we have 0 only, so 4 minus 0, 4. Clear? So here I am saying I need to calculate the total meetings duration in this time interval. So I can use a prefix sum logic for that. Okay, prefix sum what is saying that before start of this meeting m2 what was the total number of meetings? right? And before start of this meeting m0, what was the meetings? Okay, so in the past we didn't see any meeting. Okay, so in total we have only these two meetings, right? So we have to check, if you see carefully, we have to check for these two meetings only, right? So before start of m2, what was the total duration, and we will see if there are any other meetings. Okay, because we need to reschedule only two now, right? So in this case there are nothing, so I will just take the duration from here. So okay, so 4 minus 0, I will get 4. Okay, so 10 minus 0 minus 4. Okay, this is nothing but a meeting duration, so you are going to get 6. Okay, so this is for just for this m0 and m1. Okay, then you are going to check for m1 and m2. Okay, this window. Okay, then you are going to check for m2 and m3. Okay, then after that you are going to check for m3 and m4. Okay, so m4, this is the last meeting, so until here you are going to check. Okay, so this is what you need to see. All right, so now let's do one thing. Let's check first your I is equal to k minus 1, then next time your I reaches here. So okay, let's suppose last time your I reaches here in the endpoint. Okay, so now endpoint, your value is going to be g3 plus g4 plus g5. Okay, so g3 is 2, g4 is 2. Okay, 2 plus 2, and here g5 is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so from here you are going to get the best answer, 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so this is very easy, right? Let's write the code. Okay, and with code you also get a very clear understanding how we are doing this. Okay, so what we need, right and left boundaries, and once we get the right and left, we have to subtract the meetings. Okay, so let's suppose meeting m0, m0 meeting m1, m2. Okay, and here m3. Okay, so let me show you simple way like this. So for these two you need to check. Okay, for these two meetings you need to check. Okay, these are the ones that you are going to shift. Okay, these two, right? So until here you need to check. Okay, so you have to consider these gaps also, right? Let's say 0 g0 g1 and g2. Okay, these are the gaps that you need to consider. Okay, so how you are going to get the total meeting durations? Okay, so let's say this is 2, this is 2, this is meeting m3 is also 2, this is also 2. Okay, so if you calculate the prefix sum, before this there is no meeting, so you can say 0. So before this 2, before the start of m2, 2 4. Okay, before the start of m3, you can say 6. Before start okay of there is no meetings, huh? So but we need one extra index, so previous 8. Okay, right? Okay, this is done. Prefix sum duration. Now I want to calculate the meeting duration for this m1 and m2. So how you're going to get m1 and m2? Let me show you that. Okay, so very simple. M1 and m2. So m3 start point. So here 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, before start of m3, what was the duration? Okay, 6. Okay, done. 6. And now that is why I'm saying here we have to take this. Okay, until here. So m0 m1 starting point, m1 starting point. Okay, before start of m1, what was the done, what was the duration? 2. Okay, so 6 minus 2, 6 minus 2 is nothing but 4. Okay, so that is why we are doing this, 6 minus 2. Okay, so that's what I want to explain here, that I was saying now that before that there is nothing, so we take 0, but if before that there was something, so we have to take this only, right? So 6 minus 2 4, so I'm getting 2 plus 2 4 only. I don't want to calculate this, okay, before this, because I am checking for this range only, right? Okay, so now let's write the code. Very simple, nothing complex. So this is one approach, okay, in which we are using the prefix duration logic. Okay, prefix sum logic. So here int n is equal to start time dot length, clear, and here int max free time, and you are going to set it to 0, and then the step 1 is going to compute the prefix sum of the duration of meetings. Okay, so int prefix duration is equal to new int n plus 1, done. And then after that you have to simply run one loop. Okay, int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, and here I plus plus. Okay, and here after that you have to just check the duration. Okay, int duration is equal to and time of I minus start time of I. Okay, this is the nothing but the duration of that particular meeting. Okay, and now how we are going to calculate the prefix duration of I plus 1. Okay, so in this, but how we are going to update? So prefix duration of I, so I'm just going to copy this prefix duration of I previous. Okay, and here plus the duration of current. So in this way we are just going to update the duration. Okay, done. Okay, this is done. So we have computed the prefix sum of durations of meetings. Okay, so here what you are doing, I is equal to 0. All right, I is equal to 0. You are running one loop, I 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, duration is n time minus start time. Okay, so n time minus start time is nothing but 2. Okay, so here 2. So prefix sum of I plus 1. Okay, I plus 1. So I plus 1, that simply means 1. Okay, so at 1 what you are placing prefix sum duration of I. So initially this value is 0 only. Okay, before there, because there are no meetings in the past, so this is 0 only by default. So here in this 0 I am adding the current 2. Okay, this 2, and I am placing it here. Okay, 2, that's it. So next time 682, so in this 2 I'm adding 2, so I will get 4. Okay, so that's the reason. Done. After that you have to slide a window of k adjacent meetings. Okay, so for that you have to simply run one loop for, and here int I is equal to k minus 1. Okay, I have already explained why we need to do this. Okay, and I less than n, and I plus plus. Okay, and now we have to calculate the total duration of the k meetings from index I minus k plus 1. Okay, so I minus k plus 1 to I, right? So here int, you can say int total meeting duration is equal to prefix duration. Okay, and here I plus 1. Okay, this is nothing but the right side. Okay, if I'm taking m0 m1, so this one. Okay, I plus 1, this one. Okay, the start of this. Okay, so prefix duration of I plus 1. Okay, before that how many meetings are there, and after that here what I need to write, prefix duration, and here I'm starting with I is equal to k minus 1. Okay, so before this, okay, before this is nothing but 0. Okay, so I can say I k goes here minus k, and 1 minus 1 goes here, plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, before 0, right? So I will get 0 only with this I minus k plus 1. So here I'm writing I minus k plus 1. Okay, done. Right, so that is why I'm saying total duration of the k meetings from index I minus k plus 1 to I. Okay, so this is done. Now once this is done, then we have to calculate the left and right. Okay, so int left. So if in the starting, okay, I value itself is equal to k minus 1. Okay, then in that case you have to simply take 0 as the starting. Okay, otherwise you have to take the end time of I minus k. Okay, done. Clear. And right, same before the right, int right. Okay, if it is equal to, right, I is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so that simply means there are no meetings after that, so we have to just take the end time of the event timeline. Okay, so here I'm just going to say event time, same like left. Okay, otherwise if this is not the case, or okay, so that simply means that there is one more meeting after that, so then in that case we have to take the starting point of that particular meeting. Okay, so here I'm going to take start time, start time of I plus 1. Okay, done. So if in between meetings we are checking, so we have to start from the end of this. Okay, so that is why end time of I minus k I'm taking. Okay, and this. Okay, so that's why I'm taking the boundaries as this, left to right. Okay, so if there is nothing, so we are taking from here. Okay, 0. But if there is something, then we have to start from here, right? This part. Okay, in this part we have to check. So that's the reason I'm taking n time of I minus k. Done. Okay, so now it's very simple. After that, free time, how you're going to calculate? Int free time, so it's nothing but your right minus left. Okay, and now you have to subtract the total meetings duration. Okay, so just copy this, paste it here. That's it. And now we have to update the max free time. Okay, so max free time, we have to check for all the key adjacent meetings, right? And then we have to calculate the max free time side by side. Okay, so here math dot max free time, and here the free time that I'm going to get now. Okay, so in this way I'm going to update the max free time. Done. All right, and now once this all is done, okay, then in the end here you can simply return max free time. That's it. Okay, so now let's run the code and see if the code issue. Will try to fix that. So see, all the test cases has been accepted, right? This case 4, if you see 25 to this meeting, so 9 is out. Okay, so now let's submit it. All right, so see, our solution is accepted, right? And this in this problem we are using the prefix sum logic. Okay, so if you don't want to use that prefix sum logic, that is also possible. Okay, without that, so for that only you need to do very few changes. Okay, so here instead of calculating the all the meeting durations in side by side in the prefix sum prefix duration array, so you can just check the meeting duration of these two meetings, then these two meetings, then these two meetings, then these two meetings. Okay, side by side, and side by side you are going to check the window. Okay, so for meeting 0 m1 you check the duration, and for that you will sum the g0 g1 g2. Okay, then for m1 m2 you check the duration, and then you calculate the sum of g1 g2 and g3. Then for m2 and m3 you are going to do the sum of g2 plus g3 plus g4. For m3 m4 you are going to do the sum of g3 g4 g5. Okay, so just as window is there, right, on the gaps g0 g1 g2 we are going to do, and we are going to subtract this m0 m1. Okay, total, from that we will subtract m0 m1. Okay, so we need g0 g1 g2 only, right? So for that total and the current duration of this. Okay, so if you want to do that, that is very simple, only few changes in the code. Okay, so I don't need this part now. Okay, this is not required. So here current window duration. Okay, so this is to track the total duration of the current sliding window of a k meetings. So here I can say int current window duration. Okay, so let's set it to 0. Okay, then now here right, let's say right is starting from 0, right is right is less than n, and here let's say right plus plus. Okay, so now inside this we have to add the current meetings duration to the window. Okay, so how we are going to calculate the duration? Int duration, let's say duration is equal to uh, end time of right. Okay, end time of right. Okay, and minus start time of this right. Okay, start time of the right. Done. So this is how we calculate the duration. So now we have to add the duration to this. Okay, current window duration is equal to plus equal to this duration. Okay, so this is the duration of current windows. Okay, so now here we have to only start computing the free time once we have filled a window of size k. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to write one if condition. If your right value, okay, becomes greater than or equal to k minus 1. Okay, then in that case only, okay, inside this you have to place something. Okay, so we have to only start computing when the free time, we have to only start the computing free time once we have filled a window of size k. Okay, so now here again you have to check the left index and all that stuff. Okay, so here you can say int your left index. Okay, left index, you can say left. Okay, let's create the variable. Okay, left index is equal to, so this you already know, right minus k plus 1. Okay, this is going to be a left index, so you have to calculate the left amount. Okay, so int left amount, how you are going to calculate? So here let's say int left bound. Left bound is nothing but determine the left bound of the potential merged free interval. Okay, so if your left index, okay, same logic that I used in the past. Okay, left index, if it is equal to 0, then in that case just take the 0, right? Otherwise you have to just take the here and time. Okay, and time, and here inside this you have to take the left index minus and here 1. Okay, this is done. All right, and same way for the right bound, what you need to do, so same, copy this. So this is for left bound, and let's say this is for right bound. Okay, so right bound is equal to if your right index, okay, so you can say right is equal to n minus 1, then in that, and you have to just take the event time. Okay, just like previous logic, event time, right? Event t should be there, event time. Okay, and here otherwise the start time of the next one. Okay, so here start time of here right plus 1. Okay, so here you can say right plus 1, done. Okay, this is done. So left and right. So now you have to calculate the merged free time. Okay, so how you are going to get the merged free time? So merged free time is nothing but here int you can say merged. Okay, let's use these variables only for better understanding. Merged free time is equal to the right bound, okay, minus same thing left bound, okay, and minus same thing current window duration. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is what we did, right? And then again we have to calculate the max free time. Okay, so max free time is nothing but the mat.max. You can just copy this. All right, here max free time is nothing but mat.max of max free time, and here now instead of merged here free time, just give the merge free time. This is done. And now then after that you have to slide the window. Okay, remove the leftmost meeting duration. Okay, so this you calculate, then you have to remove this and add this. Okay, m1 is already there, and you have to add the m2s. Okay, so for that what you need to do, so left duration first, that we need to separate. Okay, so left duration is equal to here and time, just copy this. Okay, so and time here copy the left index, this. Okay, left index, and here start time of the left index. Okay, so this is what we need to remove. And so current window duration is equal to, copy this and here paste this, current window duration minus and with this left duration. That's it. Control Z, copy this and this. Okay, that's it. And in the end you have to just simply return the max free time. That's it. Okay, so now in this we're not using your prefix sum. Okay, so let's run it and if see if there is code issue, we'll try to fix that. So yes, so there are some issues. So here int left bound is y double equal to are there. Okay, it should be single one, right? Let's run it again. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. Okay, so this is the approach too. Okay, if you don't want to use the prefix sum. Okay, it is also very simple, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.